Hey guys, what's going on? I haven't posted on my blog for quite a while, so just wanted to kind of give you guys an update. So I just created a schedule for my life yesterday, and how this all came about is that when I first went full-time, and before I went full-time in, working from home, that I had a schedule and I was really disciplined about things. But part of my dream was, I love freedom. It's just like the core of who I am. One of my biggest towards goals type of a thing is that I want freedom in every way. Time, financial, stress, just freedom from everything. And so part of that is when you have a schedule, it restricts you big time. And so I haven't had a schedule for like 2 years. And so I've had spurts where I'm just totally focused and things go really well. But then also huge spurts, even like last summer or 2010, I think it was that summer, yeah. Summer of 2010, where I took 3.5 months off, and that was actually really cool. That's part of my story and part of why I even built all this residual income and everything. But there's so much more I could have done, and so many more people I could have helped, so much more personal development I could have done. And I actually did a lot during those months, but I just really slacked off, in general, but mostly business-wise. I did focus a lot on family that summer. So anyway, the point is, I've become really frustrated lately that I set some really aggressive goals for my life for 2011, back at Date with Destiny in December. And we're almost at the end of March here, so about a third, 25%, sorry, 1/4 or 25% of the year is over, and I'm definitely not going to reach my goals going at the rate I'm going. And so I'm just looking at all areas of my life, and it's time to raise my standards back up. I was super strict with my diet and alkaline diet and eating back November and December, and then slowly in like February and especially here in March, I've started to let it slip more, and part of that's because there's a lot of reasons for that, but I'm really finding the right diet and the right plan that fits my life, my activity, and everything else I do. So long story short, I created a schedule yesterday, and I have blocks of things, for workout times, for running different business activities, for family time, time for my wife to do things on her own, time for my wife to take a bath like she does every night. We've actually been doing that for almost a year, or not consistently, for over the last 3, 4, 5 months. She's been really consistent, like 5 to 7 nights a week. She takes a bath for like 1 to 2 hours or longer, and I'm really proud of that we actually have the kind of lifestyle where my wife can just like sit there and take baths every single night. I mean, that's pretty cool, and it's her time to unwind and read books and just relax and get away from everything. She loves it. So anyway, the point is, all of these things are built in, and how I started was I just looked at what are my goals for this year, what are my priorities, and also I have 4 main goals this year, not just the main goals, but what are all the little, like some of the other things I want to do. Like personal development, there's at least 4 or 5 different programs I already have purchased that I haven't gone through yet, or maybe 3 actually. And they're, making room for upcoming programs that I'm going to be doing this year. And so anyway, kind of working all this in. And so I'm really excited. Today's the first day of the new schedule. It's a little frustrating. One of my most important business activities, hang on guys, I think my battery's about to run out, so I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna go plug the power cord in. Hang on 1 second here. Or I just didn't do it, and I actually haven't shot a video for several weeks, so it actually drained a little bit over those weeks because I hadn't touched my video camera, which is definitely something that won't be happening as long as I'm sticking to any kind, even close to the schedule I've created. So anyway, guys, I'm really excited. I've raised my standards up. I was starting to tell you that, so this morning, the very first thing, an important business activity, I put the very first thing when I first wake up. And I stayed up so late last night, not just doing my schedule, but trying to crank through a book I was reading. Because I'm going to be getting in a program, and I have to read the book first to make sure it's something I want to do, a direction I want to take. And so anyway, because I was up so late, I actually slept into like, I think it's like 6:15 this morning, which some of you guys are going to be like, holy cow, you get up at 6? No. I get up at like 3, 4, and 5 every morning, like very consistently. On the new schedule, I'm actually going to be trying to stay up till 11 every night, and I'll probably be getting up between, I'm going to say 4 to 6. Yeah, or actually I'll say 4 to 5. There probably will be a few mornings where I go, you know, somewhere between 5 and 6. And my body runs very well 5, 6 hours a night and I mean extended. But I've also stepped things up, and part of why I had to schedule was I'm doing 2-a-day workouts now. So I'm actually going to start here for the next 90 days, which puts me right into about my birthday, which is June 27th. I'm going to be running every morning, or at least 6 mornings a week, from basically 8 to 10 in the morning, or in there. You know, I'm not always going to run 2 hours. Some mornings I actually run a lot longer than that. And then I'm going to be doing lifting type workouts in the afternoons. And I'm actually going to be doing P90X. So if you don't know what it is, just type in P90 and then X. And it's just this really intense workout program that I've started it like 3 different times, and I never did it for the entire 90 days. I would do chunks, have a small break, do it again. I would get sick. All these things happen. So part of it is I'm doing it these next 90 days. And if I get hurt or sick or something in the middle, I'm just going to take a few days off or whatever I need to recover. But along with the diet and where I'm at health-wise and the running I've already been doing the last couple months, I've actually been working with a running coach, Stu Middleman, who he's actually one of only 6 Americans in the Ultra Marathon Hall of Fame. And so he's a guy who's ran across the entire United States. And I might do that one day. I haven't decided for sure. Right now, it's not, I don't have a big enough why to do it, a big enough reason to do it. But I learned so much from Stu, and I actually, part of this whole schedule and like redoing my whole life is I'm actually going through, I jumped in several different businesses and opportunities over the last couple months. And it's been great because I opened up, you know, at least 1 great new stream of income, probably 2. I can't think of them all right now, but I've also gained some extra overhead in that time. So I'm going back through, including programs I haven't been using for the last year or 2, and I'm literally just cleaning house. So I'm dropping out of anything. I don't care if it's like $10, $15 a month charge or if it's hundreds a month. Whatever I'm not using it is not directly serving me right now, then I'm bailing out of all of it. Because a lot of things, I have a lot of these little charges from like $10 to $50 a month that I just stay in them because I'm like, oh yeah, I know I'm going to use this, but it might be down the road. So anyway, I've been cleaning house. I'm cleaning my entire, really going through all parts of my house, you know, old clothes, my closet. I'm just cleaning my whole life out. And so anyway, how does that fit in? So part of that was actually, I actually temporarily am getting rid of Stu Middleman as my coach because I learned a ton from him, and I will continue to learn a ton. But I'm going to go on my own for these next few months here because the coaching fees that I would be paying him, I can actually use those. I'm actually going to hire a more generalized life coach. So instead of just for health, just for running, just for working out kind of coach, I'm going to be hiring a more general life coach that can help me reach all my 4 goals and just balance, you know, everything I'm trying to do with my life, which one part is running a marathon and possibly an ultra marathon this year. So I ran a half marathon last year in 2010. I know for sure I can run a marathon this year on my own with, you know, that's like a no-brainer. I can easily get there. I wouldn't say easily because it's a lot of work to build up to that distance, but I know I can do it. You know, I have no doubts I can do that. But an ultra marathon is going to be 50 miles or more. And probably for my first ultra, I probably would do 50 miles. And that is where I'm not fully committed to that yet, but I'm going to see how the next month or 2 goes and make that decision here closer to the summer. So anyway, I just wanted to update you guys. Just let you know, I am a real person. I really do make these decisions. Like, I don't just join a billion programs and let it all go. You know, I tell you guys to go through, clean out your budgets, clean out everything, you know, work out, do all these things, create schedules. So I'm just letting you guys know I'm doing all the same things. And I'm actually, another little piece I wanted to tell you guys is that there was a moment in time, it was somewhere in the last 2 to 4 weeks ago, where it was like late. I usually go upstairs around 5 p.m. or 5:30, and then my wife goes to take a bath on a typical day, and I just hang out with the kids until 8 p.m. So that's kind of, and then I hang out with my wife from 8 until bedtime most of the nights. So basically, there was a night where I wanted to let my wife go take a bath because she enjoys it. I want to, you know, work on our relationship, which that's part of it, is giving her all that space and time and everything she needs. So it was important for me to do that. And let's say it was like, I'm going to say it was 5 p.m. I know it was an hour. I don't remember the exact time frames, but I do remember I told my wife, I need 1 hour and I want to go crank out some stuff. There's something really important I want to release to the team. And I will be up in 1 hour from right now. And what I had to do was release the video sales pages in my system, which allow people to customize and brand themselves. And it was a lot of work to do. Like I really didn't know if I could get it done in an hour. But I also know, like in the 4-hour work week with Tim Ferriss, I know I remember him saying, the amount of stuff you have to do will fill in the space you give it. So all these thought processes, so anyway, the short story, I came down, I got the thing done in an hour, and I was blown away by it. And I went back upstairs, my wife got her bath, it was amazing. I actually have chills right now. I am filled with energy and chills because it was a huge moment. It was a turning point in my life, honestly, which is crazy. Because I've done this dozens or probably even 100 or more times throughout the past several years here. But I was at a point where I wasn't getting enough done like I wanted to, and I thought of what Tim had said in 4-hour work week. I thought of what I actually did and how it actually worked. If I would have given the same activity 2 hours, it would have taken 2 hours. And I cranked it in, I got it done, and so that's part of what prompted this whole schedule thing. You know, if I have certain times where I'm going to shoot videos, I have certain times where I'm going to work on the team system, certain times I'm going to do my own marketing, my own funnel, certain times I'm going to, you know, explore business opportunities and do business things, certain times to work out, certain times with the family, wife, and everything else. And we're actually even packing in more than we even had before, like extra time for my wife to even go do more stuff, not just take a bath every night. I believe all of that will fit in the same 24-hour day that I've been living for these past several months now, or even year more, who knows. So anyway, just wanted to reach out. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm not going to make a promise I'm going to do a post every day or every week or anything, because I'm going to do these as I see I can try to inspire, or, well, anything that fits my life purpose. If you don't know what my mission statement is, the purpose of my life is to love, to enjoy the journey, and to inspire, teach, and serve others. So if I can't fit that statement with whatever video I'm going to shoot, then I'm probably not going to shoot a video. But if there's all these little things I do throughout a day, and I always get these things, oh man, that'd be great to put that in video. So one of them was creating a schedule, even though this is the first day. So part of what I'm going to do is be updating you guys my workouts, and I should do that at least once a week. It's a very intense workout schedule on top of like all the stuff I just like did, basically all the changes that are going to happen in my life. This should drive some massive energy and momentum, and I should get a lot more excited, even though I'm fitting in way more stuff into a given day. It's because I love to do all this stuff. I'm not sitting there working some job that I hate to do. If there's activities I hate doing, I've been outsourcing them. So I love shooting videos. So if you don't get a video, it's not because I don't love doing it. It's because I don't want to put garbage out there that isn't serving people, where like somebody's going to be like, oh, Jason has another video. He's probably going to talk about his dog going to the bathroom or whatever. Probably won't do that, guys. I don't have a dog anymore. so anyway, guys, hope everyone's doing great. To your ultimate success, and God bless everybody.